Hi, how are you? I'm Brando, and right now we are going to talk about sports. Okay, sports is around the world. We all, well, not all, but most people do sports. There are some people who don't like sports, but this is something that we necessarily have to learn because that's something that happens around the world. Okay, so I have here a list of the most common sports people do, and also give you an explanation of each one of them. Okay, so first we have swimming. Swimming is the sport we do in water. It's very very simple. We just have to move our legs and arms to move from one place to another. Okay. We also have skateboarding. This is the sport like we have a skateboard, and then we get on it and we do different movements, like we jump, and also when we jump we make the skateboard spin. Those people can do very amazing things. We have running, which is very simple, just running from one place to another and trying to get a good time. I mean, to try to get to one place to another to the other very quickly. We also have skiing. Skiing is when is usually, yeah, in mountains, in places where there's snow, and you have two sticks, and then you use them to move forward. We also have snowboarding. It's pretty much like skateboarding. You have a board, and you use it to go down the mountain where there's snow. Roller skating is when you have your roller skates, and they're like shoes that have that have like very very small wheels under them. Okay, and you use them to move also from one place to another. There are people who do different movements, and it's very cool. You also can take them if you don't want to do the actual sport. You can just take them to go to walks. I mean to take to walk around the city, or if you want to go to a park or something like that. Okay. We also have surfing. Surfing is when you take a kind of bigger snowboard and you get in the water, and when the wave comes, you just try to move in it. We also have tennis. Tennis is a sport when you have the racket, then you have to you play normally against one person, or you also have doubles. Okay, but the maximum number of persons that are playing is four or minimum two. Okay, you normally play against one person. You have to take a racket and hit the ball, and then the other person has to hit the ball back to you, and then you have to hit it back and forth. Okay. Then you have golf. I think that this sport is very boring, but well, there are a lot of people who like it. There are 18 holes, and then you have to take this very very small ball, get into the hole with a stick, with a special stick you have. You have to hit the ball and then try to get it in the hole. Then you have badminton. Badminton is a sport people usually play in the UK. It's like tennis, but when you are playing against a person, there's a web in the middle. There's a net. Sorry, there's a net in the middle. So usually in tennis the net is very low, but in badminton the net is a little bit higher, so you just have to hit hit the ball and then try to get it to the other side of the other side where your opponent, where your the person that is playing against you is, and then the person has to hit it back, and then you hit it where that person is, but it can't hit the floor, the ground. Okay. The next one would be baseball. This very popular sport, mostly in the United States of America. Then you have basketball. Basketball is this sport that people play where they take a ball and they have to get it into a basket to get points, and the team with more points wins at the end of the game. Then you have soccer. Soccer, well, it's called soccer in the United States, and it's called football in Europe and around the world. Okay, so soccer is this sport where there are 11 players for each team, and they have to get a ball in the other team's goal. They take the ball. They only play with their feet, and they have to get the ball and kick it again and get the ball into the other team's goal. The other one would be rugby. Rugby. Rugby is a version of American football, but it's a little bit more, let's say, aggressive, because they don't have any protection, and the rules are a little bit different. We have football. American football is the one where you have when you have a different kind of ball. It's not round, but it has the shape. It has a different shape, and you only play with your hands. And this sport is very, very popular in the United States. Volleyball is the sport. It's mostly played by women, and they have to get they also have a high net, and they have this very big ball. They have a big ball, and they have to hit the ball with their hands and try to get it to the other side, and try to make it hit the ground, but on the opponent's side. Okay. Then you have cycling. Cycling is when you take your bicycle. Yeah, you take a bicycle, and it's like a race, and you have to get in the first place to win. You already talked about surfing, and horse riding is when you ride a horse, and it has to go through different kinds of obstacles, and it's the better you go through the obstacles, the more points you get, and then you win. These are the most popular sports we have around the world, and you know that for each sport we have different equipment that we have to use. That equipment is the baseball bat. It's like a stick, a very thick stick that people use when they play baseball to hit the ball. Then we have the tennis racket. The tennis racket is what people use to hit the ball and get it to the opponent side. Then we have the golf club, which is the stick people use to hit the ball and get it into the hole. A ball is what people use in when they play baseball, soccer, and basketball. They come in different shapes and also textures and different weights. They're all different, but they're all balls. The skateboard is what people use when they do skateboarding. The skis is what people use when they ski. The surfboard is what people get on in order to be able to surf. The snowboard is what people use to do snowboarding. And also I have here a list of the places where people practice those sports. Like stadium is where people play soccer, and also where people play baseball or volleyball, depending on how big the event is or how important the match is. Field is where people play baseball. The tennis court is where people play tennis. The golf course is where people play golf. Running track is where people run, and the swimming pool is the place where people swim. Okay, I hope this was helpful for you, and see you next time. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Soy Brando y ahora vamos a hablar de deportes. Esto es muy importante saberlo, ya que los deportes las personas lo practican en todos lados del mundo. Y aunque no practiques los deportes, sería bueno también cómo decir los nombres de los deportes en otros idiomas. Aquí tengo una lista de los deportes más comunes que hay alrededor del mundo y les voy a decir cuál es la versión en español. Primero, tenemos swimming, sería nadar. Skateboarding sería patinar. Running, correr. Skiing, esquiar. Snowboarding, el snowboard. Roller skating sería patinaje en línea. Surfing, surfear. Tenis es el tenis. Golf. Badminton, baseball, basketball, soccer, fútbol, fútbol americano, rugby, voleibol, cycling, sería manejar el ciclismo, horse riding, sería andar a caballo. Estos son los deportes más comunes que hay alrededor del mundo, y para practicar cada deporte necesitamos un equipamiento en específico. Entonces aquí tenemos baseball bat, es el bate para el béisbol. Tennis racket, la raqueta para jugar tenis. Golf club, es el palo que utilizamos para golf. Ball, la pelota. Las pelotas vienen en diferentes tamaños y diferentes pesos, en diferentes también texturas. Skateboard sería la tabla para patinar, pero para hacer patinar de la patineta son las tablas que son más largas, que tienen cuatro ruedas. Skis son los esquís. Surfboard sería la tabla para surfear. Snowboard sería la tabla también para hacer snowboarding. Y también tengo una lista de los lugares donde la gente practica estos deportes, como un stadium, el estadio, the field, la cancha, the tennis court, la cancha de tenis, the golf court, el campo para jugar golf, the running track, la pista para correr, y swimming pool, la piscina. Espero haya sido útil y que practiques este vocabulario que te he dado. Gracias.